Yokohama.
Yes, hello again. We are now in a dedicated studio directly again at the Nurburgring. So welcome everyone, and now we have a special chat. And again, I have some special guests here at my side, and for sure you've seen them already before in our show. So once more, I have Jörg Müller with me, and I can tell you, 2 times winner of the most prestigious race here at the Nurburgring, the 24 hours at the Nurburgring. So you were so successful in WTCC and you raced in Japan. And you are an ex-Formula One test driver, and I could do so many more information and successes about you, so it's good to have you.
Very happy to be here.
And of course, Nico Paffenholz, you are a test driver from Yokohama, and it's really good that you join us again.
Hello, thank you.
Cool. So guys, how is it to be back now at the Nürburgring? Winter break is somehow long for you, or you are even testing already?
In these days, you don't have winter break anymore. You know, it was in the past that you know, in September, October, you parked your car in the garage and put it out, took it out in January January again. But in these days, winter time is there for testing. So I just came back from a test in Vallelunga. So we did a tire test for Yokohama, 2 days of dry tire test, one day of wet tire test. And that's how the winter works in these days. So you get prepared for the next season. It's always busy. Even for a racing driver, you don't have a break anymore.
Oh, wow, sounds fantastic. And for you, Nico, how is it? How many days and weeks you spend here at the Nürburgring during a test year?
Normally I'm so 7-8 weeks in the year I'm here. The most time we are in Spain. That's our main workplace. Yeah, but I'm always happy to live here.
You're living close by the Nürburgring as well, right?
Yeah, so 30 kilometers.
Okay, so it feels like home here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, my goodness. So let's have a chat, you know, like an overall question. For example, how huge is the importance to test, to evaluate cars and as well tires, of course, here at the Nürburgring? Why especially also at the Nordschleife?
To me, it's the consistent conditions which you have at Nordschleife. That's something which is very important. So if you test your tires on normal country roads, you always have the other traffic, you always have traffic which comes against you. If you go to the Nordschleife, at the Nordschleife circuit, which is longer than 20 kilometers, you have all the stuff you have on normal roads. So you have very fast sections, you have long straight lines, you have fast corners, you have tight corners, you have hard braking, you have bumpy circuit, you have very flat circuit, and you can consistently test that again. So you put a new tire on your car, go down there for 2 laps, come back, change the tire, and then you can really evaluate the 2 tires against each other. And this is something you cannot do on normal road. And this is why, to me, Nordschleife is really unique concerning that.
How is it for you, Nico? Because it's so interesting, your different point of views. You're a racing driver, you're a test driver.
Yeah, but this is the meaning what he say already. It's the different kinds of corners. We have really fast corners, we have sharp corners, different kinds of surfaces, and yeah, this is very interesting and very good for our testing to see the tire performance on all.
So, Nico, tell me, the ADVAN Sport, the tire, is a Nürburgring proven tire. It's refined here. So, in short, what kind of tire is the ADVAN Sport?
As headline, I think we can say it's a high-performance tire developed for high-performance cars. And we want to find the perfect mix to give the best performance on the track for the performance cars, and also a good behavior on the daily driving.
Jörg, you had the chance already to test the tire as well? Yeah?
And thanks for giving me this tire. I tell you, I was amazed. Yes, I had the chance to drive the tire at the or from the Yokohama test center here at the Nürburgring. I went out on somehow damp conditions, and normally a tire in the old days always was a compromise. But the grip level was there immediately, and it had a very wide range of drivability, which I was totally surprised of. And then I went onto the dry tracks and all that stuff. The tire is really precise, but still forgiving and good to control. Very silent, which I liked, because I'm someone who travels a lot on long distance. So I came from Switzerland, which is more than 500 kilometers, and normally I run on the normal road silently straight, and that's what the tire can do. So in these days, tires is not a compromise anymore, and the new ADVAN Sport V107 combines all of that stuff. So it lifts up the level of performance and of controllability, and as well of comfort in one piece. So I really liked it a lot. I was really happy to drive it.
Sounds like benchmark to all the other competitors, Nico. It's really good tire.
I hope so, yes. We give our best.
Wow, sounds good. Something, do you think, Jörg, you judge a street tire different because you have your racing in your mind? Sometimes you miss some grip. I was expecting that.
No. It's once I've got my helmet on, it's different kind of driving. So on the road, I need to keep my license, so I stay with all the speed limits and all that stuff.
Really? You never lost your license?
Nope, never lost my license yet. So, and I need my car. I'm someone who uses car every day, and therefore I can judge road tires as well as I can judge my racing tires. But it's a different kind of job which I'm doing there. And yeah, yesterday I was really happy with the tires. So I'm happy when I come back. For the summer tires, I will definitely go to the next.
Cool, to the new ADVAN Sport. Perfect. But tell me, we are here at the famous Nurburgring and the Nordschleife worldwide. Even if you're in Australia, in America, everyone knows the Nordschleife. So tell me, what is so famous? Nico, for you, is it so special because of the length, about the track layout? What is it all about?
I think it's all together. You have a very long track. You have always different weather conditions. It's interesting for the drivers. For the people outside, it's nice to see this, how we can handle this or not. So yeah, I think all together it's a point.
Jörg, is it your favorite track or is it more a love-hate affair?
It's just love. Definitely just love. Nordschleife can just be loved. There's no hate at all. To me, it's the history. I mean, they can change a lot of stuff on the circuit, which they every year do. They put new asphalt on some parts, but the layout of the circuit will always be the same. It will be up and down through the forests, and you cannot make it wider. So it will always stay the same Nordschleife. It doesn't matter if it's in 20 years. And that's what I love on the circuit. It's the longest circuit in the world, racing circuit. And it will always have the same history than it had the last 50 years. So I love racing here, coming through Fuchshole, going up the hill, and then look into the sky, you see the trees flying by.
But then there's a left.
Yeah, but it's you don't have that feeling driving a car anywhere else in the world. Definitely not.
Is it the most demanding track for you as a race driver?
Of course, it's also due to the traffic which you have at the circuit, which you also have at your tire testing, I think. There's also a few other cars on the circuit. But especially at the VLN or at the NLS, there's a lot of different kind of cars, slow cars, fast cars.
Yeah. Big difference.
Big differences in speed, big differences in quality of the drivers. So you really have to be patient also with the traffic you have. So you've got the big demand of the circuit and the traffic. It's a big challenge, I tell you.
Do you have some kind of a favorite corner, favorite track or something, or straight?
Yeah, for me it's apart from Hohe Acht to the end of Pflanzgarten. This I like, this kind of corners, and yeah, you have a good feeling in the car always, and yeah, it's a nice part for me.
How is it for you, Jörg?
It's nice and flowing. I don't have a special place.
You can't pick one?
No,
really?
Definitely not. I love nearly all of the parts of even Flugplatz, which is a big challenge, going over that hump, which they cut down a little bit.
It's less so the flying.
But in these days in GT3 it's flat. It's a little bit of a lift with me, but I have some teammates which do it flat. I tell you, it's a big challenge, and Nurburgring Nordschleife lives from from the weather conditions. So sometimes you have damp patches which are very challenging, and some other parts where it's dry, where you have a lot of grip, and in the wet you have less grip. So the different asphalts and the whole track is a big challenge. I don't have special places there.
Oh my goodness, it sounds, you know, I always want to jump as well on the track. I did the 24-hour race as well 3 times, so I have a little experience as well, but it's so challenging as well. And do you have the feeling it's physical more challenging, or is it also for the mind? What do you think?
To me, it's more a psychological thing. So physically, there's some harder tracks, I think, on the world, because Nürburgring Nordschleife, you probably will agree, if you do few more laps, it's quite flowing. I always can remember the first few VLN races, you're just hacking into the car, you're hitting the pedal hard, and you're really aggressive with it, you know, and you try to beat the best lap times. Lap times are okay, but then you come to VLN 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get into a flow, all of a sudden lap times coming, and it's physically a lot less hard. But then psychologically, you know, with all the traffic, it's one of the most demanding races, definitely.
And Nico, how is it for you? Because you're testing thousands of kilometers. I think you know every, you know, centimeter of the track in all conditions. How is it for you? Because you also have traffic, you have other test drivers there, different weather conditions.
It's always a special time if we come back. We are not every week here, so the first laps are to see everything again, and you need some laps, and then, as you say, then it gets better and better, and then it's okay. Then we can drive, and it makes more fun.
And even fun is really having all the fans around the track. Jörg, for sure, when we have the 200,000 fans around the track, you know, celebrating the 24 hours or even celebrating something else, you know, having a good party there as well, they are also so unique, aren't they?
I love the fans which are with us for the whole season, and that's the big amount of people. I mean, it was very sad the last few years that we haven't had enough fans here, but now they're coming back, and I tell you, the VLN fans which are coming to the 24-hour race, they're doing a big party, so they take holidays for a week or even longer, you know, they're taking their caravans to the side of the circuit, stay there for a whole week. Like my family is always coming to the 24-hour race. There's, you know, such a unique group of people which make this race to that big event. I really love them. In the nighttime they're grilling, you know, they're of course drinking beer, but you have the chance to go with a bus around the circuit and see all these different parts which you cannot walk because it's too long. So yeah, I love the atmosphere at the 24-hour race, but especially from these guys which are following us for the whole VLN.
For sure, Nico, you would love to have so many fans around when you do the test drives, right? But sometimes, because you can go there as well during the touristic drive, so everyone out there who has never been here at the Nürburgring, you can come here, you just pay for 1 lap and you can go with your private car or sometimes with a rental car. But Nico, how is it for you also seeing then some fans around? This must be also a good feeling for you seeing them, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to see outside some people and to know they are interesting, to check what we are doing there. It's tire testing, car testing, and yeah, for sure it's nice.
I think in Brünchen you see them all the time, right?
Of course.
There's always, you know, the caravans.
Yeah. How is the relation, for example, to the other drivers? Because there are different also car manufacturers, tire brands who are testing at the Nordschleife during these special weeks. How is the relation? Are there sometimes also little challenges on track, little race, even if you're testing and proving the tires, of course?
If we see us on the track, for sure, we look sometimes who's driving there. But it's friendly. It's friendly to all, and we know us more or less all. And yeah, it's always a friendly atmosphere, and that's nice.
Well, Jörg, in motorsport, it's all about competition. Are you all friends?
No. Especially at VLN or NLS, it's like a big family. I tell you, there's a lot of professional teams coming with big trucks, big professional trailers, but then on the other side you have these little teams which just have their car and a little trailer behind it with a family tent which they build up, cooking their potatoes on site, you know, to get the mechanics some food. But on the other hand, the big teams and the small teams are always working together. So if they need some tools, if you need a piece of a rubber, or if you need help on your car, they're always helping out each other. And it's like a big family which comes back every weekend to the Nurburgring Nordschleife, helping each other and happy to see each other again. It's like a big friendship family. So I'm always happy to come back to Nurburgring for the VLN.
And really respectful, I would say, as well, because everyone is racing. You know, we have more than 25 classes. Everyone is fighting for a victory there. Of course, the GT3 cars, you are fighting for the overall victory, but I think it's really a great motorsports family. And then in the evening, you see each other in one of the nice restaurants. Which is your favorite one?
Well, the most important or the most famous restaurant here is the Pistenklause, definitely. Not just because of their steaks, which are, you know, if you get in there, it's already, the smoke is coming out of these steaks, which are on the stoves, you know. You just open this, big,
the whole
you know,
clothes are full.
and you're smelling on the next day. But it's something which you really, where you really have to go, because if you look around on the side walls, you've got the signatures of all the famous racing drivers which have been successful at Nürburgring.
Also from you?
Also from mine, yeah. I'm in one of the corner. I think I'm on the roof somewhere.
Ah, nice.
After one or two beer, you have to sign it somewhere. So it's something which you need to see. But then on the other hand, I think Adenau is a very nice city. It's in the middle of Nürburgring. There's a lot of very nice restaurants and hotels, and it's really nice to be down there.
You have a favorite restaurant as well, or cafe?
I think it's more or less the same. It's Pistenklause. It's a famous one here, and yeah, you have to go to there.
How many times you've been there already?
I don't know.
I can't count. Oh my goodness!
And it's an Italian guy who runs it, right?
True, true. You can have some pasta and pizza as well.
Sounds nice. A Pistenklause. It's a German name. Yeah. You eat steak and an Italian guy who's running it. So it's something unique.
Something unique is as well, you spend a lot of time in Japan, Jörg, yes, because you raced there. What about your memories there?
I really loved being in Japan. I was like a family member of my team. It was BMW Team Study, which was also running on Yokohama tires. So I had the honor to drive 4 years for BMW and with Yokohama in Japan. I love the fans. This is something which is unique, which you don't have in Europe, to be honest. We had these guys with the flags, which were standing on the other side of the circuit.
From the morning on.
One time, you know, when I wasn't racing, I went over to them and had the flag and waved it. And
it's
it was
heavier.
It is really heavy and long, and it was an honor for them. And I thought, you know, it's so nice to be together with these guys. They're sitting there for the whole race, waving the flag with BMW, my name on it. It was unbelievable. And then, yeah, you see, the fans are already there at the circuit on Wednesday, queuing up with their caravans, waiting to get into the circuit. Little kids with their families. So in Europe, it's more for older people, not older people, but not the
adults,
kids.
yeah.
Not the kids are anymore at the racetrack. And in Japan, they try to bring their kids to the racetracks already. So it's for the whole family, and really loved to be in Japan. It's a very nice atmosphere.
I've been to Fuji Speedway several times because I followed the WEC, and I've never seen so many mechanics as well signing autographs. They were like rock stars treated there, and that was so impressive because all the Japanese fans, they were really so excited and also so polite, you know, and I really enjoyed this time as well, and of course the food, because I love Japanese food, I really have to admit. But is there a favorite track for you in Japan?
To me, it's definitely Suzuka, which is my favorite. But on the other hand, Japan has a lot of very, very nice and well-maintained circuits, which in Europe, you know, you've got a big variety from very good tracks to bad tracks, and in Japan everything is really, really nice maintained. But Suzuka is definitely my favorite. I've got Nürburgring and Spa, which are for sure my European favorite circuits. But then the Suzuka on the side is fantastic. You know, it's also unique with its outlaid like an 8, so you're running under the circuit and over the circuit. You've got that really famous fast left-hander. It's a nice track.
Nico, you have been to Japan?
No, I wasn't ever there.
It's something on your to-do list, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but I think you have a good contact probably to Yokohama someday. I cross my fingers.
I think it's possible.
Oh my goodness. So what's the plan for you this season and this year, testing the upcoming tires? But it's a secret, huh?
It's secret, more or less a secret.
But a lot of weeks of work is coming as well for you?
Yeah, every week testing in Spain, France, Germany, here to North Coast.
Sounds good. And for you, Jörg, what's the plan of the racing season?
Well, I'm gonna drive with Walkenhorst with the new BMW M4 GT3 here at the Nordschleife at the NLS or VLN, together again with Yokohama. As I said already, we were testing a few weeks ago in Spain the new tires. Yes, and I will share my car with two very fast colleagues, and as Yokohama and Walkenhorst still have the lap record in qualifying and in the race lap times, we need to win more races this year. So that's what we're here for. We're just going for it and try to win races.
That's your to-do list for this year.
Definitely.
Of course, all our fans are crossing the fingers for you this season. So something last you want to point perhaps to your racing fans, Jörg?
Well, you know, I'm very happy to run again this season with Yokohama and with my team Walkenhorst at the Nordschleife. Hope you all follow us, and thumbs up for winning at the Nordschleife. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Good. And you, Nico?
I can say enjoy our new ADVAN sport, have fun, always with safety and good driving.
It's so good to have you and have a chat with these fantastic guys. So Jörg and Nico, thanks a lot for joining us, and it's so good to have you in the Yokohama family. And from us here at the Nurburgring, I think we have to say goodbye already, and thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, what a fantastic day for us, right?
Thank you very much.